like him or you don't like him. You don't have a choice. On Tuesday, the issue is simply, do you care about what's getting done, or some left-wing wackadoo's subjective view about the way it's getting done? The left prefers style over substance. They prefer interpretation over facts, the subjective versus the objective truth and reality. Why? Because they hate him. That we're even having this conversation is ridiculous. The only thing that matters are results. You can certainly have a conversation about how he says things. Okay, I'll give you that. But what makes you right? You're so blinded by hateful vitriol and disappointed by your 2016 loss that you can't see straight. Instead, let's take a moment and look at the facts. It's simply insane. Every metric is up. The economy is through the roof, just like he said it would be. The longest positive growth streak on record. Unemployment at 3.7%, the lowest in almost half a century. GDP as high as 4.2, the strongest consumer confidence in decades. Are you even listening? What this means is if you want to get a job, you can get one. If you're African American, you've never had a better chance to work than now. If you're Hispanic, you've never had a better chance of getting a job. If you're Asian American, it's never been better. If you're a woman, you have a better chance of getting a job than in the last 50 years. If you're a youth, a better chance than in the last 50 years. If you care about a better life so you can pay the rent, pay the mortgage, educate your kids, and maybe even take a vacation, then this is the America you want to live in. Do you really want to go back to the days of Obama and the demon rats where manufacturing jobs were, quote, a thing of the past? There are now more than 446,000 new manufacturing jobs. That's what I said, more than 446,000. Almost 500,000 new manufacturing jobs, 100,000 of them supporting the production and transport of oil and natural gas, construction, transportation, healthcare, manufacturing, all major gains. Wages for American workers are going up. If you work at Walmart or Amazon, they're actually raising your pay. Why? Because they know you have other opportunities to get a job in the Trump economy. If you're a veteran, you've already gotten a raise, just like he said he would. Do you remember when 22 veterans a day were committing suicide, couldn't even get a doctor's appointment? The Democrats made believe they knew nothing about it. Obama said he read it in the newspaper, while rewarding VA hospital staff who threw away requests for appointments. Now veterans have access to private sector health care options, and they don't have to rely on the VA. The man's promise-keeping is relentless. He promised us jobs, and he gave them to us. He promised he'd move the embassy to Jerusalem, and he did. He promised he'd break the Iran deal, and he did. He promised he'd get rid of ISIS, and he did. He promised he'd rebuild the military, and he did, to the tune of $700 billion. Everything is better. But you don't like his style. You don't like him. You're concerned about the rhetoric and who we are. Well, if you don't care about results and things getting better and things getting done, but instead the way you see it getting done, then by all means, vote for a Democrat. I thought that liberals were live and let live. Why do you care about how he chooses to lead? Why are you so focused on your hatred of Donald Trump? Why do you dismiss his results? Obama, like Hillary, missing the spotlight, comes out again.
Suddenly, Republicans are saying they're going to protect your pre-existing conditions when they've literally been doing the opposite. That's some kind of gall. That's some kind of chutzpah. Let's call it what it is. It's a lie. They're lying to you.
It's a lie. They're lying to you. You're the one who promised that we could keep our health care and our doctor when you knew it was a lie at the time. Instead, while Republicans run on their record, Democrats promise to impeach him, to keep investigating Justice Kavanaugh, when there is actually a criminal referral to the Justice Department against the woman who said that Kavanaugh and his friend raped her several times. Yet these phonies promise to upend the Constitution, the presumption of innocence, keep the borders open, try to control our speech, control what we say, how we should say it. And of course, they will continue with that good old Russia collusion delusion. And they call us fearmongers. Remember this? Riots over conservative speaking. You tell me who the fearmongers are.
You cannot be civil with a political party that wants to destroy what you stand for.
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Please don't just come here today and then go home. Go to the Hill today. Get up and please get up in the face of some Congress people.
But Michelle says that, you know, when they go low, we go high. No. When they go low, we kick them.
In terms of the bonus that corporate America received versus the crumbs that they are giving to workers to kind of put the schmooze on is so pathetic.
This executive order was mean-spirited and un-American.
Actually, if you looked at the outrage of Congresspeople, it looks like we have more to fear than they do. Facts don't lie. They cannot be influenced. All these cities, Atlanta, Chicago, Baltimore, New Orleans, Philadelphia, all with high crime rates, failing schools, and poverty, all have one thing in common: Democrats in charge. The last Republican in charge in any of these cities was between 70 and 150 years ago. Now that unemployment of African Americans is the lowest in history, think again. What do you have to lose? You know, folks, we're not paying attention to any of the left's noise, just like we didn't in 2016. So, are you ready to challenge history, where every party in power for virtually the last century suffers at the polls? Are you ready to challenge history like you did in 2016, when they told you just as well not go out and vote because the Queen, the one they tried to drag across the presidential finish line, was going to win? If you like more money in your paycheck, if you like being able to find a job, if you like the direction this country is on, put the pedal to the metal and get you and everyone you know out to vote. Vote for the America that is great again. And that's my open. If you love my opening statements, you're going to love my new book, New York Times #1 bestseller, Liars, Leakers, and Liberals: The Case Against the Anti-Trump Conspiracy.
I thank you. God bless you, and may he continue to bless the nation that has showered this land with love for more than 2 centuries. Thank you all. God bless you all.